they say intuition and what they think they know about somebody. I know a lot of people, not a lot, right? But I'm saying, like, I've noticed that certain people, like, they be saying certain types of things, you know, as if they know me. And it's like, you have never met me in person, so there's no way that you have intuition on me if you don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? You never had a real conversation with me, so how can you think that you know me and you don't know me? It's different if you was around me and we spent time together and, you know, things of that nature. And so you can have, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying, like, having all the answers, but I'm just saying, like, you know, some of these folks, they be coming off and they just be like, oh, you know, X, Y, and Z, and saying this and saying that. And it's just like, I don't know who you are. You can't just assume that you know my life or my path or what I'm thinking or what I'm gonna do and what I need to work on and what I'm probably trying to do or what I got going on with this person. Like, you know, it's just like they literally say things as if they really know me. Like, oh yeah, we go back over here, and it's just like, love, you don't know who I am. So your intuition can honestly truly be off. Too, when it comes down to those who be doing that tarot reader stuff, I wanna just say again, I'm not a witch. I don't do that witchy stuff, okay? I'm just simply just being me. I'm not a witch. I don't do witchcraft or nothing like that. I don't do magic when it comes down to trying to harm somebody, especially for no real reason. I don't do stuff like that. And I feel like some of those tarot readers, I feel like I have noticed that they would say things and I would have to correct them because I don't really take that too seriously. I do think that sometimes some of them are trying to help and things of that nature. And sometimes they say things that you probably already know, depending on what it is. Some things is truly off. I'm annoyed a little bit because I'm like, why do you think that you know me and you have never met me a day in your life? You have never seen me out and about and really had a good conversation and really spent time with me, you know, on a deeper level. So why do you think that what you're saying is accurate? You know, I think that's kind of delusional a little bit because it's like you making up assumption. That's like me just thinking I know somebody and I just start saying, oh, you know, yeah. And I'm not saying, again, like certain things, I guess a person probably could pick up on. I'm not saying that because I notice things too. Some things I be knowing, I'm like, how do I know this? Even if I'm not really like around the person, but I feel like they be getting a little too deep sometimes, and it's just like, hold on now, slow down. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't know me like that, and I've been around people who still don't really know me like that. So it's like for somebody to just try to see me on social media or have heard of me or something like that, for them to think that they got me figured out, kind of odd a little bit. And I just want to say, please stop doing that. If you want to get to know me the right way. You would never be able to get to know me by social media or by hearsay. You have to actually talk to me and spend time with me, and it has to be genuine, and it can't be for a weird motive because I'm going to feel that, okay? And if that's the case, I'm going to cut you off, I'm going to block you, you're just not going to be in my atmosphere, okay? So just be mindful of what you're saying and stop always thinking that you have all the answers and that you're always right, because to a certain degree, some things could be true, but not everything, and it can cause problems for somebody's character or just, you know, just assumption. Nobody likes for people to just assume things about them, especially when it comes down to it not being facts, okay? Yeah.